capital of Texas is Austin, and the capital of the beach volleyball world for the weekend is the HEB Center at Cedar Park as we enjoy night number 2 of AVP League play here. A return engagement in 2025, and this gentleman should be booking some gigs after this. Look at entertaining the crowd. Cameron Irwin.
This is my favorite moment of the night thus far. 4 minutes. He danced for 4 minutes straight.
Well, that was our preview to Miami Mayhem and the New York Nitro on the women's side. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin. Gold medalist Rich Lamborn will be down on the sand for this one as we're excited about another good matchup on the women's side. Teams trying to stay alive in the bottom of the field. New York Nitro against the Miami Mayhem, who are coming off perhaps their best match of the season. Where's your focus for this one? Seems at the net.
It is going to be up at the net for sure with Kelly Chang and the impressive play. From an offensive standpoint, yes, from an evening ago, but more so, I'm curious how she's going to play defense against the New York Nitro. In recent history, the Nitro has really enjoyed kind of these short shots around the height of the net, especially against big blockers. But Kelly Chang, one of the best pulling blockers in the world. How does she defend against this crafty New York Nitro offense?
Yeah, take a look at our AVP Cup standings. Big one that just went down on the men's side. LA staying alive, trying to beat Palm Beach. A victory in 3 sets for the LA men. The LA women are also going to have to come up with a victory later tonight. Neither of the teams right now in contention for a league title, but everyone in contention for seeding position as well as the bottom of the field. The last 2 spots, those top 6 headed to Chicago. Love the energy and the fire from Kelly Chang. We saw a lot of that yesterday. Yeah,
back to her winning ways an evening ago. Errorless on the night, but just so impressive. Her ability to pick and choose her moments to really assert herself as an offensive weapon.
2-time Olympian already in her volleyball career, just 29 years old, and she's bringing the energy tonight alongside Molly Shaw. It was good for them to get off of the goose egg. They were 0-4, but really only halfway through their season and had faced Palm Beach twice.
Well, and it is still a new partnership, right, for Kelly Chang. She had been partnered up alongside Syracuse in the last Olympic run, so Molly Shaw inserted into the equation, and it was a big step. She's really been looking to the future, and she loves the challenge of playing alongside somebody that has such high expectations and high results as well.
Molly Shaw out of Naperville, Illinois, continuing the tradition of good volleyball talent from that city. The New York Nitro on the other side, Corinne Quiggle and MJ Rice. So much potential for this crew. They've been really close all year.
One of the best parts of this team is just the physical upside to each one, especially considering Megan Rice, her ability to hit high and attack, whether it's from the net or the service line. I just want to see her be a little bit more consistent, which is what she has done in the past 2 events, kind of zeroing in on her service pressure. And Corinne Quiggle, I've been impressed from a defensive standpoint, especially against the hard-driven attacks. Seems like she's reading the game really well at this point in her career, but I would love to see her just continue to level up.
Yeah, Quiggle coming off a tough performance last night, just 9 kills on 20 with 4 errors. MJ Rice there at 6 foot. Teams have pretty much stayed away from her through large stretches of matches in terms of service. We'll see how they approach this one if you're on the Miami side. It was the LA launch dealing the Nitro a loss 15-11, 15-9 last night for the Mayhem. It was them dealing the loss to Taryn and Kristen, the Austin Aces, 15-12, 10-15, 15-10. 14 digs, hitting 414 from Molly Shaw. An outstanding match paired with Kelly Chang, who hit 667 and had 16 kills. Their schemes were working, and we're underway here in our women's match. Into the seam, couple outstretched arms, keep it alive. Miami resets, but it is New York with the point.
It's going to be pivotal against the big block of Kelly Chang to give Megan Rice some space to work. She loves to swing at the ball, and we want to see her do that, but in the same vein, she's got to have room to do so.
Chipped over the top, Quiggle with the dig, Rice with the charge. Hustling back. Oh, and it pays off.
That is so frustrating on the side of Miami Mayhem. You get a free ball your direction and unable to find a nice attack on the other side.
There's a winner for Miami. Mayhem had that tough start, lost to the Brooklyn Blaze, who've been the surprise of the season, Denneberg and Donlin. Then lost to the Passion twice, once in 3, once in straight sets. Followed by a loss to Urango and Newberry, who proved to be a tough out in Los Angeles. That was in straight sets 10 and 11, which perhaps surprised a lot of people. Folks had high hopes and expectations for Miami.
Good close by Miami on that last attack. Ball well outside the pin. Kelly Chang sealing the cross.
And going for the line here against Quiggle. And an error the other way. So 3-2, Miami up 1. Chang misses that one. That is not what Jordan Chang had planned, but he did have some plans laid out, right, Rich Lamborn?
Yeah, thanks, Kev. Just talked to Jordan Chang. He said that their language that they're using is to be decisive and feel like they're earning every point. That served them well yesterday evening, taking down the top team in the Austin Aces women, and they're looking to keep that going here again tonight. So that was the language: decisiveness, earning every point.
Yeah, very nice. He had that to say last night, and indeed it did work out in that 3-set victory. Shaw puts that one decisively into the net.
I don't think that's the kind of decisive they were looking for.
Hey, it's happened to us all. Quiggle, nice move. Little show and take. Can she convert it? Yes, she can. Right on the nylon.
And you called it the show and take. I like the timing of defense. When you want to have an alignment like this, it really comes down to making sure you're doing it at the right point in the attacker's approach so that they can't see what you're doing on the other side of the net. Well played from New York.
Chang left side showed that angle, and it is again run down. Quiggle's off to a hot defensive start, and she puts it down the middle for the winner. +2 New York.
Man, she's chasing from right to left, and the best part about that dig is that it was moving to her left. She extended with her left arm, giving her those extra few inches to be able to pick up the ball.
Oh, if the shots aren't going, heat it up.
Just exceptional power from Kelly Chang. One of the most fun areas of her game is that when you poke the bear a little bit, she just hits the ball harder and harder.
Graduated USC in 2017, winning as beach volleyball player. Part of the partnership, Hughes and Chang.
But that's the pull I'm talking about from Kelly Chang at the start of this. How is she going to play this defensively? She gets this opportunity because she goes late against Corinne Quiggle, who tries to go with a short shot over the top of the block. This time she pulls again.
And it doesn't work.
But a different target.
Megan Jane Rice, the MJ out of Hermosa Beach, California. Went to UC Santa Barbara for a year, then off to Loyola Marymount, where she had an outstanding indoor career, and then on to the beach. First team all West Coast Conference and Rookie of the Year professionally in 2023. Playing Miami tight here in the first set. Still a chance for the Nitro. They're going to have to win this match. And that'll be into the tape, untouched by Miami. So 8-7, they'll take the side switch.
It's fun to watch the chess match play out just in the early phases of set number 1. Kelly Chang with the late angle block again. We talked about how she pulled down the line twice before against Corinne Quiggle. And this last one, she changes the block and earns an error on the other side of the net.
Miami 4-1 run to take this +1 lead with Shaw back out the line. Husband James Shaw plays on the men's side. The outdoor lifestyle so much a part of their lives. Been with us all season. You've heard about that and their endeavors away from the court. Molly and James saying it's important to connect in a non-volleyball context when you're both professional players and the pressure of that.
Yeah, just coming back from a trip from Tahoe as well. They got a chance to have a little bit of a mid-season reset. Took Bucky with him. Said the water in Lake Tahoe is not as cold as you might think at this point in the year.
Did they take the cat? That's the question. Kelly Cheng, noted gamer, says she's not doing as much gaming anymore. Used to do a ton of it, but getting more social now. She and Jordan getting out, being a part of their community. Jordan's big on a large community of people that helped raise him and were part of his development. He's bringing that to the marriage and the partnership that he shares with Kelly.
I got a chance to see that whole crew come out in Los Angeles. Kelly said they were mimicking her ability to start her passing routine from the stands.
Isn't that the April Ross?
Yes.
Isn't that where that started?
Well, a lot do it.
Back in 2002, 2003.
Brandy does the exact same thing. She actually will even like roll her fingers together, almost like enticing and asking the server
Daring anyone?
Come this direction.
Nice read and react by MJ there off the short serve and lays it off with not a soul in sight. All right, New York's going to have to get one here now, over 10. Miami can side their way out. They'll stay on Cheng. She'll blast it through to maintain that 2-point advantage, 12-10.
In between her first contact and her third, you really recognize Kelly Cheng's ability to drop her eyes to the other side. She's not just reading the defense, she's also reading at where she is on the court, trying to make sure she's extended as far as possible.
Shot over the top, out of reach. Tough serve right down the middle. Cheng rallied that out, and Shaw finds the back line.
I mean, it's one thing to get a tight pass with your platform. Kelly Cheng got there, drops down, gets it with her hands, and delivers a beautiful ball. And not to mention, Molly Shaw just tattooing the back line.
There's the load up from MJ Rice. I like the movement there, too, where the pass option was given to the middle and you have Corinne swinging around the back.
Yeah, because it forces the blocker to have to shift as well, so it pulls them off the supposed setter. In that case, that turns into the actual attacker.
New York's got to get one. There's the right hand, but it's not enough. So set point Miami. Said they could side their way out of it. They could earn one here. Way off the net. Nobody up. And that ball's long. Miami scores enough at the end. 15-12. They take a 1-0 lead over the New York Nitro.
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
How about a little magic? How about a little magic, huh?
Set number 1 in the books here at the AGB Center. Kevin Barnett alongside Cameron Irwin with Rich Lamborn down on the sand. The Miami Mayhem 15-12 in that first set. Cheng and Shaw continued their winning ways. And on the other side, New York still close, but not quite there. Pretty nice performance by MJ Rice in that first set. And a pretty nice performance from, as it turns out, her brother. This was Logan Rice you saw earlier if you were with us. You might have spotted the Hermosa Beach shirt. Logan can sing and dance. This is his groove right here. He had sent in a request to DJ Ruche for a particular song, and DJ Ruche gave it to him and said you have to dance the entire time.
Well, he asked for it last night and it didn't come through.
Right.
So then it came through on the second night. I had no idea this was her brother. I wish we had had a shot of her while this was taking place.
Well, Logan slayed before the first set got underway. And then his sister and her partner played a very competitive first set. What do they need here in the second if they're going to get over the hump and force a third?
Well, it was a bit of side out, right? From tit to tat, from Miami to New York. And I was impressed with Corinne Quegel. There were a couple times that she had an error or she was dug down the line. As you see the numbers now on the screen, it was the hitting efficiency, obviously the big mark there. But I believe just at the end there, a couple errors started to climb on the side of the New York Nitro, including the last strike from Megan Rice, where she just wanted to take a big swing. And I don't blame her, just a missed contact from off the net.
Yeah, Rice finishes 5 for 6.
And I will say this, if you're New York, make Molly Shaw win this match on the other side. Put the ball on her.
Well, they do just that, and the first point goes their way.
And it's even defensively, though, as an attacker. So if you're seeing Kelly Cheng up at the net or even pulling off the net, I still think your target, just force Molly Shaw to make the play.
Here in week 7, the stakes have risen, and they've risen further after that first set loss for New York. They have to win this set or they are eliminated from postseason contention. As that ball is scooped back over, scooped up, but it's just shy of going over.
And of course, I say that about Molly Shaw, not as a knock to her. I just think with Kelly Cheng, if you can slow her down and not allow her to have such a big impact on this match, it could work in your favor for New York.
A little 6-3 run for Miami finished that first set. Thoughts from the New York side, Rich Lamborn with Taylor Crabb.
Yeah, I was just talking to Taylor Crabb, who's teammates, of course, of MJ Rice, Corinne Quiggle, but also the assistant beach coach at St. Mary's up in Northern California in the offseason. Said, Coach, what do your ladies have to do to get back in this one? He said, we've got to stay aggressive from the service line. As, of course, on cue, we see him miss one there, but we've got to keep MJ serving bombs from the end line. We've got to keep pressure on the Miami Mayhem if we want to get back in this match.
Yeah, thanks, Richie. They're trying to execute that here. Looking to execute at the net. Big load up. Pulling dig for Cameron's like here. And a point scored. Cheng successful again.
Yeah, if you're going to go with some of those shots, I think if you're going to go at Kelly Cheng when she's pulling, I think you either have to go deep or more into the seam. Anything short as she's pulling and at her head, she's going to be able to pick up and transition back out.
So New York playing for their playoff lives as that ball just misses. Miami's trying to put themselves in a good position here. If they can go 2-0 on the weekend, they'll be looking at the launch and the dream. And I think if you're betting some matches, you're going to say, well, a split is likely, a sweep is possible next weekend for the Mayhem. So you'd love to come out of here with a 2-4, looking at possibly a 4-4 as that ball's tapped away and scored by New York.
Molly Shaw really trying to pull that ball across it and do exactly what their offense is predicated off is, which is feed Kelly Cheng the ball, but sometimes maybe just a little too tight there.
Shaw
like that
slices
swing.
that one underneath.
Absolutely. Love that swing. It's a little bit of a tough spot for Shaw to be in. She's got a great game of her own, able to really put balls away and put some pace, which we saw last night in their big win. Then you also want to feed your partner. There's the little bit of that deeper shot down the line.
(5-4). Rice has gone to the float serve. If you were with us earlier in the season, you saw her go in jumper. She's gone to the float. Give her side a chance to play more here. wasn't getting the reward out of the risk. That ball's wide from Cheng.
A little bit more of an interior angle for Kelly Cheng instead of being all the way to the antenna on the exterior of the court. Just shortening up some of those angles.
First error of the match for Miami. Good flat serve, now overhead. New York does scoop this one and put it away over the top of Cheng. They've been so close on a lot of these scramble plays. New York getting it at 7-4, and they have gone 5-1 on the run to get Miami to burn their timeout.
You got to be okay with the other team playing defense, right? On the side of Miami, expect the extension of play.
Well, she's playing a bit more pocket now, right? So they kind of changed their block defense. You keep being decisive. Couple nice ups on them. Looks like a lot of the balls are dropping, so I don't know if you want to take a step up or just mentally be ready, and then you'll fight off the deep ones if it comes.
If the Mayhem lose, they could still make it. They have a couple more matches in Dallas next week, but it's the final chance for the Nitro. That's what's on the line.
Is in system. She's looking short and she tries to put the ball.
Talked about stepping up and serve receive, feeling like some of those float serves are starting to drop a bit more, and then fighting off the deep ones. Perfect example, that one, of course, clipping the top of the net.
Yeah, a little bit easier play that time, and then the side out.
Yeah, she's scoring points right now with that hard seam. Got picked up on the cut, but
have to call that a good execution of a timeout. Getting some payoff out of it. Can they continue to score more? Chance for two out of the pause. Instead, it's New York holding on to their 3-point lead as the teams trade side outs and will now trade sides. Now Miami playing for their playoff lives every time out, but they would not be eliminated with a loss. New York would be. Sixth match of the season for Miami, eighth match and final for New York. That ball put right into the corner.
Molly's scoring right now in her side out game. Just the transition phase is where she's been dug a handful of times.
MJ sees the ball this time, and she'll go short. Shaw right there. Opportunity to score. Taken.
Love it. Take the swing on an open net, especially a tight set after a dig like that.
A true scoop to score.
Absolutely. And a last second dig. Ball was inches from the sand.
Follows it up with a nice short serve. Lefty attack is not going to go, but the point will go their way. Boy, in a joust situation, I like MJ's chances. Anytime you're asked to get vertical, that woman is going to go.
Yeah, Corinne Quiggle tells us that MJ plays a lot bigger as a blocker than you might imagine. And for about the last 3 weeks, she's been on social media just pounding the ball indoors. And everyone on a men's net, no one thought it was possible. Everyone's saying, no, that's a women's net. There's no way. She's literally sending them bounced and up into the rafters.
At just 26 years old, Megan Jane Rice has plenty of volleyball in her future as she takes a swing again and scores. But I think already with the MJ, Megan Jane is her clothing brand afterwards. I mean, the model is out there, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Future clothing magnate Megan Jane Rice at the net playing some D. Got a touch there. Touch, turn, set. Pulling dig on the other side. Miami got it.
Another solid swing. Kelly Chang, just one of the best areas of her game. Her ability to see the court even in transition and sometimes on those option plays. Makes the defense that much more uncomfortable, not allowed to get reset.
That ball blasted long, no touch, and we are tied. 10 apiece. Miami with a comeback performance so far through 2/3 of this second set. They're trying to get the sweep.
I like the aggressive swing from MJ, but on those out of system, she's just getting a little too far underneath the ball, hence they're launching. That's the difference right there. Keeps that ball well out in front, sets a little bit tighter. She can really get on top of it.
And puts an end to a 6-3 run that saw their lead evaporate. Option put up. We haven't seen a ton of option from Miami.
They've tried a couple times, but I feel like some of those passes have maybe been too tight, or Kelly Chang wasn't quite ready to go. Combination of the two.
Anyone's set here in the second. 2 more matches to go after this on the evening. We'll be on the CW featuring both. There's another blast on the open net from Megan Rice.
That is what in rhythm looks like. 2 swings now in a row from Megan. This is perfect. Look at her balance, lands, keeps that ball well out in front and on that right shoulder. Gives her so many options.
Deep service, middle set. Quiggle again. Beautiful read. Shaw the equal. Option given and taken again. That was some defensive gems.
Well, and that's the biggest difference right now for Miami. Throughout this match, some of those extended rallies haven't quite got extended, right? It's been one dig, or if the side out hasn't quite come their direction, it can kind of falter in that transition. So be able to pick up an extended rally can really shift things.
Service error there. Now 5 service errors for Chang and Shaw, just 2 on the other side. Quiggle hasn't missed. Rice has missed twice. Got to make a play now. Another option. That good touch. Not much to do with it. Better set up here for New York. Cannot get it. A charging Chang scores, and it's a set point, match point for Miami.
Score check, is that right? 14-13, yes. No, it's 13-13, I do believe. Just double check it, 13 all, we are tied.
Yeah, in stadium. I thought so. It did seem a little quick, didn't it? 13 apiece, not match point, as that ball is long.
14-13, set.
Now it will be set point the other way. Sorry for the minor confusion there in stadium.
Corinne's been playing some flawless defense in the last few rallies. She needs one.
Straight down.
Yeah, they're doubling down on Kelly Chang's angle. The defense, down defender into the angle, as well as that late push back into the angle from the block. She just has so much line to work with. See if they change it here defensively.
Miami looking for the ad. Back to Quiggle now. Cut shot. Eaten up by Shaw, but cannot be reached.
I think that might have been a little forced there. I think Kelly was trying to go on 2. She might have been able to make a play, just turn. It's hard when you're trying to close out that set.
Set point number 2. Trying to go to a 3rd set. Chip to a light touch there. Chang to stay alive. Yes.
And the hair flip in the middle of it, too. She's been in so many big moments and high pressure situations that you know she's going to go up and not just take a cut at the ball, but she's going to see that block and defense clearly.
Was that her Rita Hayworth moment in the middle of that point? My goodness. All right, option taken again. MJ's really heating up offensively. 12th kill now for Rice, hitting in the vicinity of 500. Good crisp contact. Opportunity. Can she swing? Yes, she can. Got it to the back line. It took a few chances, but New York closed 17-15. They pick up their first second set victory of the season. And they push this one to a third and decisive set for our second match in a row here on night number 2.
Really impressive turnaround for the New York Nitro. They changed up their defensive schemes here in set number 2, and it really paid off.
We will play one more. We've had 5 sets. 4 of them have been deuce. Is there another in store?
Sunny days call for Sun Cruiser Vodka Iced Tea. Made with real iced tea and real vodka. Refreshing and goes down smooth. Let the good times cruise with Sun Cruiser.
How about a little magic? How about a little magic, huh?
Here in Austin, we have had 2 closely contested sets in our first women's match of the evening. The Aces and Launch are out there warming up for their match coming up on the CW here in about 19 minutes. Glad you're with us for our previous match here. Miami taking on New York. Hitting percentage of Miami certainly has been impactful, and the errors of New York have also caused problems, but it has been tight. Miami ended from 9-9 in the first set, a 6-3 run to take that first set 15-12. In the second, we were tied at 10, and it took 3 chances, but New York did eventually close. Here we go in the third. Kevin Barnett with Cameron Irwin now down on the sand. Rich Lamborn up in the booth. Hi, Richie.
How's it going? I thought you were going to let people guess that Cameron's voice has got decidedly deeper.
And she's been doing some shoulder press. That ball's going to be chipped again to Quiggle, who has really played an outstanding match defensively.
Yeah, the softer shots not working particularly well if you're Miami. Quiggle's scooping up a lot of those.
That's 9 digs now for Quiggle.
Shooting for the New York Nitro.
9 digs, 7 kills for Corinne. Her partner with the block there. That one really short. Well done by Shaw.
Yeah, it had to be perfect, and it was.
Shooting for the referees.
Quiggle this time on offense will lay it right down over the top of Kelly Cheng. 3-1 Nitro. Remember, Nitro playing to stay in the playoff picture. If they lose this set, they are out. Now, they will not have clinched a spot. They'll be definitely watching closely in our next match and next week to see if they will arrive in Chicago for our championships. Quiggle right spot, can't quite handle the heat.
Yeah, that's something we haven't seen a ton of from Miami in this one, is that option play that was so pivotal to their success last night, I feel like.
Well, they've sped up the use of it kind of the second half of that second set. But yeah, I felt like we hadn't seen it at all. That'll do.
That does work. Yeah, Corinne does a nice job working the short part of the court with her shots. Kind of throws you off because you sort of tend to, as a defender, move laterally on the deeper half of the court. And so those short ones can be a little bit difficult to track down.
Option deliberately given, but scooped up. Another step from Shaw. Cannot cover herself. Block for the Nitro.
MJ starting to assert herself a little bit here.
Wildly, that is the first block of the match. What has been an offensive effort now, 5-2 New York. See if we can listen in with Jordan Chang.
Two angle blocks on Corinne. What's the reasoning? No, and then she went back and then we ran angle again. To me, she's looking to her first attempt is always the slime baby line. So I just think twos are too risky. Now again, Corinne's doing a good job of reading. She's picking up all the shallow stuff. So I want you guys attacking high and fast or bail out, sending deep shots. Okay. Come in, be decisive though. That's the biggest thing. Hey, we know that at any moment we can rattle off a few points, right? They're in a good side-out groove. They're feeling confident. All it takes is one good play, convert, and then put a little more pressure. Okay.
There was that word, decisive, Rich.
Yeah, absolutely. I like all that info from Jordan. He's saying, you know, Corinne likes to rely on that baby line shot, so the angle block decision is maybe not our best. Let's see if we can't throw a different look her way. And then conversely, Corinne's doing a nice job of picking up those short shots defensively on her side. So let's make sure we're hitting kind of the deeper part of the court.
I think we decided last night that the baby Hulk likes to hit the baby line.
Is there such thing as a baby smash?
Right back to Quiggle. And there's that line block. Cannot swat against Rice off the cover. New York holds.
Yeah, if you're Miami, you know, those are frustrating because you make a good move and it doesn't net you a point, but it's a step in the right direction.
Option given, option taken.
Decisive and well executed.
That one just wide. Shaw lays off of it. And Miami is starting to string together some points perhaps here, 6-5.
Now there's a little bit of a different way to approach it. Kelly dropping late into the baby line. Just enough of a wrinkle.
And a call to go with it. Just like that, we are tied once again.
We are tied 6-6. 3 straight for the Mayhem.
Quiggle to the middle of the court. Ball is too tight against the height and length of Chang, who uses it again to pick up the stuff. First one for the Mayhem.
Power versus power on that play. Criminy. There's a heavy heat from MJ Rice. Sent packing.
So early on, timeouts have been used. 4-0 run for Miami.
The final timeout.
Man, that is a big stuff.
You have a good groove on Corinne. Be ready for the option.
I'll just get you up and down. Molly's been pretty shallow. Yeah. So anything deep perimeter, I think is going to be effective. Hence. Let's go. Yeah. All right. Let's take those off. Let's get back at it. Let's go.
All right, New York looking for a little reset here now.
All right, here we go. No more timeouts.
No more timeouts. We will play to the end of this third set. Quiggle over the top and down. So both teams out of the timeout responding well. We're tied at 7.
Yeah, Miami making that adjustment, blocking line that time, but Quiggle responding in kind.
Chip shot to the corner is good. So much has been placed on Quiggle throughout this entire season. Seen so much service. Their one victory against San Diego Smash. Quiggle in the third set hit 786 and had 11 kills. If you're New York, you want Quiggle to get on a run like that here in another third set. Fourth time that they've gone the distance. Quiggle again sees service. Back to the middle. Nobody up. Shaw with the dig. And Quiggle another baby shot, baby line.
Yeah, I think that's a big mistake there for Miami. An opportunity lost. You got to be aggressive in transition. Quiggle's been so good at picking up all the soft stuff. And just giving her the opportunity when you have a point scoring chance is a bit of a miscue.
MJ, just not enough of that one.
She got a lot of it.
Coming down from the atmosphere on re-entry there, almost picked up the stuff with the right hand. Quiggle with the winner there down the middle. Already with her fourth double-double of the season, Corinne Quiggle, tying Kristen Nuss for the most in league play. Gives you an idea just how good she has been, just how close this team has been with their 1-6 record. Not indicative of the quality of volleyball they have played at times as they again score. Corinne is everywhere. 10-9. Can they do it? Need to convert one in the next few. That's not going to be it. The back line is on measure for Molly Shaw. Ten apiece, exactly where we were in set two. Ended 17-15 New York. Pulling dig. They'll stay in the point, but not much longer. That one is gone.
Yeah, got a little impatient there, did Kelly Chang. It was a great kind of bang-bang play to keep it alive, but tried to bite off a little too much. That is not what you want to see if you're New York. They've been pretty clean, relatively speaking, from the service line as far as errors go. Now's not a good time to let some of those creep in.
Yeah, I often think that's a mental focus, right? Just trying to put it in rather than being aggressive in some of these moments. How aggressive will they stay here? Chipped in, second chance. Got it. Oh, beauty.
We've seen the power. There is the finesse.
New York looking for one. Laid up on the block, but too late to get a hold of Kelly Chang.
And both sides looking for that break point. Hard to come by here. There's been lots of good defense on both sides, but better offense.
Quiggle, all the pressure on her shoulders. Again, the baby line shot.
It's almost like Shaw's in disbelief that she can keep going to that line shot. She does in timely fashion.
Well, there will be the Megan Jane stores. There will also be the baby line stores right next door, maybe at the point. Big block, timely for New York.
If you're going to pick a time to get your second block of the match, that is a perfect time to do it.
Match point to stay alive in the playoff hunt. Shaw, good pass. Over the top.
That is a gutsy shot at that juncture in the match. The little knuckle jumbo.
Nitro can still do it right now. Quiggle, good pass, right side, into the net.
That set, you could see it just drifted off the net a little bit. Got Corinne underneath. She could sense Kelly pulling and goes right into the net.
Back to Quiggle again. Way off the net. Set called.
Wow.
I would be cautious about how long you argue this one, maybe, or do you need a little bit of time?
Well, I mean, yeah, argue it out a little bit, take a breather. You don't want to get right back into the hunt when you just gave up 2 when you had a swing for the match.
Yeah, you have no timeouts.
Yeah, that's, man, I remember yesterday there was a little bit of a questionable one that went against them from our same official.
All right. They fought off 2 match balls, did Miami. They have one now. 3-0 run to stay alive and maybe take it. Pull, dig for victory. Yes! The Mayhem in rally fashion go 16-14, take the win and eliminate New York. We'll see you for our next match.